Everyone in this arena has a funny stake in one of our famous couples as we play the game of celebrity gossip, Tattletales. And here's the star of Tattletales, Bert Convy. This program was edited for broadcast.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Tattletales. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you all for coming today. We have an audience divided into three terrific sections, rooting for our celebrity couples who, in turn, are going to win them some money today. Hopefully, we'll have a lot of fun on the way, and I know we will because we have a wonderful group today. On my left, winning money for the blue section. And just blowing the smoke out of the way there, Mr. Glenn Ford and his fiancée, Cynthia Hayward. How are you, Cynthia?
How are you? I'm fine.
You look lovely, as always. Glenn, what was that was going on out here just before I turned around, sir? Was there something you were...
Something going on?
Smoking my cigar. That's what it was. I just I wasn't quite sure there. It's nice to have you both with us. Thank you for coming today. The blue section is lucky, as is the banana section, because the banana section gets to root for the bananas themselves.
Why bananas?
Mr. Dick Gautier and his wife, Barbara Stewart.
That's a good group out there.
Yeah.
I'm smoking my cigar, too.
I say the magic word. Nice to see you both. Barbara, how are you, love?
Ah, terrific.
Yeah, okay. Dick, you ready to go?
Thank you, sir.
Up as always. Huh? Now, sitting next to these two couples, we have some rookies. First time they've been with us this week, and they're doing awful good. And here they are, winning money for the red section. Mr. Max Julian and Vanetta.
Those are all my cousins. You know, I'm looking at his shirt can really tell you what can be done with 20 old Nehru jackets.
That's tacky. I'm smoking too.
Are you? You want to show us? No. Oh, look at that. This has become a fashion show, for God's sakes. Look at that. That's beautiful.
Bert,
Yes.
I can't take it.
What?
I mean, I'm back here. We're back here. We're getting tired of Max modeling.
Oh, are you really?
Yes.
Well, we'll give you equal time when you come on out here, okay? Ladies, if you're ready. What's that?
I'd like to model mine.
Well, sure.
Oh,
This was given by a friend of mine, loaned to me, and it's not mine, but it's a
he's funny.
What is it?
All right,
Let's have Dick. Dick was
Dick,
giving me
let's
the sack maker.
Shorts on. Okay, guys, let's hear it for the nice outfit. Oh, you like these? I don't believe it. And you know they say that women are vain, right, gang?
Thank you.
Okay, if you are ready, ladies, we're ready out here, I think. Here's the first question. It's worth $150 to your rooting sections. There have been cases in which famous persons have insured... Oh, I'm reading ahead. I shouldn't do that. There have been cases in which famous persons have insured a certain part of their bodies for fabulous sums to protect them in case of possible accidents.
My girl Flynn.
We've all heard about that. If you were to insure a part of your body, what part would it be? Now, there are cases in which famous people have insured a certain part of their bodies for fabulous sums to protect them in case of possible accidents. If you were to insure a part of your body, what part would it be?
Are you asking the women?
I'm asking the ladies. Oh, yes, definitely. Think about it, girls, and we'll come back to
The ladies, part of their thing.
Yes, that's right.
Oh,
I'm asking them. Well, you know, I mean, I'm trying to think of an example. I can't. Insuring legs. Lloyd's of London would do that. Betty Grable's legs, I believe, were insured. Weren't they for a lot of money?
Yes.
Things like that.
Yeah.
What's that? Jane Russell's was insured, too. For a lot of money.
You should have seen her premiums.
I don't know, but I'd like to clip those coupons, wouldn't you? Okay. That's really crazy. Glenn, what about Cynthia? What would she insure, do you think?
Oh, my
She's
gosh.
so beautiful. They're all so beautiful.
There's nothing about her that isn't
Insurable.
beautiful.
Absolutely.
I say,
Oh, wait a minute.
don't think. All right, I'd say her hands,
Her hands.
Mhm.
Why do you say that?
because she has beautiful hands.
Yes, she does. And she has, in fact,
She has a lot of more things more beautiful than her hands, but her hands, I think.
Yes, they are beautiful, and she has modeled those hands, has she not?
I think her hands.
Her hands. All right, let's
Oh,
bring.
dear.
Oh, let's bring her on. Shh, don't say a word. Cynthia,
Yes.
what part of your body would it be now if you were to insure one part?
I'm gonna say my legs,
You're close. You're close, Glenn. Tell Cynthia what.
my hands,
Second guess.
my
right.
body,
No, you were right
my
the
whole
second
body.
time.
my hand. Well, I used to be a hand model. Yes.
And so your hands are beautiful.
But he keeps telling me how wonderful my legs are, though,
Yes, that's true too. I'm sure.
and the rest of my body too.
He's a leg man, you know.
Yes.
That's
No,
right.
he's an all-over body man.
I don't remember ever meeting a hand man before. Think about it. I'm
I've
sorry.
heard a handmaiden, but not a handman.
Okay, no score there. Dick, what's Barbara going to say?
Barbara clearly would insure the part that eats. Barbara loves to eat, folks.
I see.
Without her mouth, I mean, and talking and eating, that's, oh, really? No, it would be her mouth. I know.
She would insure her mouth.
Oh, yes, in a second. Yeah, listen, the rest, she's got one of the super bodies of the world.
True.
You know, and what do you mean?
I mean,
no, everything. Yes, but I know she'd insure her mouth.
she would insure her mouth.
Yeah, but with the wear and tear on it, it would be terribly high.
The risk factor would be enormous, wouldn't it? Let's bring on Barbara. Barbara, which part of your body would it be that you would insure, do you think?
Well, he probably said nothing, right?
No.
I guess it would have to be my legs. What? Well, I wouldn't get a nickel for that other thing.
Oh, Dick, tell Barbara what you said.
Honey, I said you'd insure your mouth because without eating, your life is, you love to eat and talk.
My mouth.
That's what the man said.
Oh, my God.
I'm terribly sorry, Barbara.
My mouth.
It won't stop now, will it?
No, it's still going.
Never.
She might walk out of here on her legs.
Well, you said I knew it couldn't be this because you said you always say I have a funny top, and I don't know what he means by that. But
I don't
knew
either.
it couldn't be that part.
No. Well, anyway, I'm sorry. No score there. Max, you got a chance to pick up the whole pot here. What is Vanetta going to insure?
She'll probably say her legs because she's got one great set of legs in the world.
Everybody has beautiful legs, Max.
No, I don't. No, she'll probably see her legs, but she should see her eyes because she's got incredible eyes.
Yes, she does. But they're all three absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah, they're all, so
tough
she'll
choice.
probably see
Truly
her
amazing.
legs.
Why are women so?
But she's going to say legs, huh?
Why are women so? Well, yeah, I'm wrong.
Yes, in fact, you were.
Yeah.
Okay, you're going to say legs, huh? Want to qualify it? No, that's it. No. Okay, let's bring on Vanetta and find out. Shh. Now, Vanetta, I don't want to put you under any pressure. No one has gotten this question right yet.
Oh, okay.
Okay? So you can win the whole pot for the red section if you will pick the right part of the body that Max said. Which would you insure?
Well, wait, I have a question. Do you mean in the negative sense or the positive sense?
Oh, very positive, I would say.
Oh, that makes it difficult.
It says, in fact, it says a certain part of their bodies, these people in the past, for fabulous sums to protect them in case of possible accidents. If you were to insure a part of your body, what part would it be?
I guess I'd have to say my eyes.
You were very close. In fact, Max, tell Vanetta what you said.
No, I said that you probably would pick your legs, but you should choose your eyes because it's so nice.
He said eyes.
And I can't
He
but
said,
now you can keep them
he said them
closed.
both. There was a 50-50 chance. Gang, guess what? Nobody got that question right. However, that $150 will go over to our next question, which is normally worth $150, will now be worth $300, and we'll come back and see who wins that one. Got the first question right. That $150 comes over to this one. This one is worth $300. Here we go. No score yet. Did you have something to say, Dick?
No, I think Glenn did.
Glenn, did you have a question?
I like your suit.
Thank you very much.
You sing well. You sing very well.
Thank you very well. Thank you very much, Max. It won't help the score at all, fellas.
Yeah. I think I'll give you the answer.
I knew that. I didn't say anything.
Yes, right. Here we go, girls. This is a question. Ladies, do you always like to hear the absolute truth about yourself? Don't say a word. Don't let us know what you're thinking. Do you always like to hear the absolute truth about yourself? Think about that, ladies. We'll come back and find out in a moment. How about Cynthia? She like to hear it straight?
Yes.
She does.
Yes.
You don't beat around the bush with her, man. That's it. You say it like it
Yes.
is, right?
Yes.
Okay. I don't think I can talk him out of it, you know? I don't think I want to try.
Oh, gosh, I hope I'm right.
Okay. After all that, I got to you, didn't I?
Right.
If I wait long enough, I can get him nervous about it. Now, let's bring her on before anything else happens. Cynthia. Cynthia,
Yes,
do you like? You always like to hear the absolute truth about yourself?
absolutely.
That's what the.
Not really.
Not really.
No, but I do. He tells me the absolute truth.
So you better like it, huh?
Yes.
You have a share of the pot, and he was absolutely certain, positively, except for just one little moment there.
One little moment.
You have a share of the pot. Dick, what's Barbara going to say?
Yeah, she's a glutton for punishment. No, that's terrible. No, she really wants the truth, man. She does. I won't give it to her because it involves a lot of no.
Yeah.
Yeah, she does. If she says, "Hey, I was in that show, and what do you think?" If I say, "Oh no, you're fine," she says, "Don't give me. What do you think?" And I say, "Okay." She says, "Yeah," because she knows the truth, so she wants to have it corroborated.
She always wants to hear the truth.
Absolutely.
Let's bring her on and find out. Barbara, do
Yeah.
you always like to hear the truth about yourself?
Yes.
That's what he said. You say that with a note of pain. In
Well, it is painful, but you know what he does to me?
What?
That fool. He doesn't tell me in the house. He'll wait till we're just ready to walk in the door at a party, and then he'll turn to me and he'll say, "Honey, you've got too much rouge on," or "What's that thing hanging off of you?" or "What is this?"
It's the timing that
It's
doesn't work so
oh,
well.
ridiculous.
Okay, you're right. You have a share of the pot, Max. You're going to make it a three-way tie?
No, Vanetta definitely doesn't like to hear the truth. I mean, because she accuses me of being brutally honest at times with her, and she just can't deal with it.
Doesn't want to hear it all.
She doesn't want to hear it.
Doesn't want to
No,
hear it.
doesn't want to hear it.
Okay, let's bring her on and find out. Vanetta, do you always like to hear the truth about yourself?
Honestly, not.
That's what I said. Hey, you know, it's a three-way tie. You all got that right. There it is, $100 for everybody. It's an unbelievable game. Let's change places now at halftime. Bring the ladies out front. The fellas will step aside. While we're doing that, we'll break away for this message for you. Please come back.
In addition to cash awards, a member of the winning reading section chosen at random will receive a timely gift from West Clocks, direct reading digital dial-light alarm clock. Wood grain finish, easy to read lighted dial from West Clocks, Italian Industries Company. And Wall's versatile 10-in-1 family hair styler dryer features 10 pieces to style and dry the entire family's hair. Wall's 10-in-1 styler dryer. And when you can't make your own chicken gravy, just heat up a can of Franco-American chicken gravy. It tastes like homemade because it's made with real chicken stock. And Skippy Premium, the completely balanced and fortified dog food, available in 6 can chunky varieties and 3 dry sizes. Skippy Premium. We'll be back to more Tattletales in just a moment.
We have changed places. Question number 3 coming up. The ladies are with me. The fellas are ready to go. We have a tie game. Everybody has $100. So here we go, fellas. This one's worth $150 as well. Men, in the new house you buy, you find the master bedroom has a huge mirror in the ceiling. Would you leave it there, or would you take it down? Don't say a word, fellas. Not a word. Don't say anything. Don't make any noise. In the new house you buy, you find the master bedroom has a huge mirror in the ceiling. Would you leave it there, or would you take it down? Think about it, fellas. Obviously you are, and we'll be back in a moment. Cynthia, what would Glenn and...
I wouldn't take it down. I think he would leave it.
He would leave it
Yes.
there.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yes, oh, yes.
Oh, I love this question. You're going to say yes. Yes. I believe that's a firm yes. Okay, let's bring on Glenn. Hello, Glenn.
Yeah.
Yes. You've got this new house, and it's got one big heck of a mirror up there in the master bedroom. You're going to leave it there?
I don't think we need a mirror. I'd take it down.
Oh, you're... Oh, honey.
You want the mirror? I'll put it up.
If you want it, you can have it. But unfortunately, that's not what she said. She thought you'd leave it up. She was pretty sure. This is going to break the tie, I have a feeling. Barbara, what's Dick going to say?
I don't even have to think about it. Not only would it be on the ceiling, he'd have the walls mirrored. Listen, with his ego, I'll tell you.
Okay, you'll say definitely he will leave it in the ceiling.
Definitely.
Okay, let's bring him on. Dick, would you leave it there, or would you take that mirror down?
Bert, not only will I leave it there, I jack up the bed higher so
Okay.
go up and down, up and down. Oh, yeah. It's sort of like an adult Disneyland.
I can just see you rushing right out to get a 200-year supply of Windex, right? Okay, you have a share of the pot, Dick. You're the only one so far. Vanetta, what's Max going to say?
Well, we're trying to figure out how to put mirrors on the ceiling.
Oh,
And-
really?
Yeah, and
It's
not have them fall while we're asleep. That's the only thing we're afraid of.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
smart.
So I know he wants to have it on, at the risk of sounding like a tacky interior decorator, he wants mirrors on the ceiling.
So he would leave it up
Oh,
there
yes,
if he
definitely.
found one there already.
Definitely.
All right, let's bring him on and find out. Max, what are you going to do about that mirror on the ceiling? You going to leave it there, or would you take it down?
I'd leave it there and move the bed right into it.
You're right. Vanetta and Max, Marvin, Dick, they score. The tie is broken, but it's still very close, and there it is. And we'll be back in a moment to see who's going to win. Big question coming up. Come on back and we'll see it. Question number 4 coming up, ladies and gentlemen. It's worth $300. We got a wild one today. Fellas, if you're ready, here it comes. A teenager asked your advice about how to deal with girls. Would you recommend that he do exactly the same things that you did? Or would you tell him to go about it in a completely different way? Don't say anything, fellas. Don't give it away. A teenager asked your advice about how to deal with girls. Would you recommend that he do exactly the same things you did? Or would you tell him to go about it in a completely different way? Good question, huh, fellas? Think about it. We'll come back to your answer in a moment. Well,
That's tricky, I'll tell
It's
you.
tricky.
That's a tricky question.
things have changed. Times, people change. What do you think, Cynthia? Not really.
No, it doesn't. Gee, he's so honest, and I think he would. What he did. Gee, ooh, that's tough.
Get it out.
I thought you said it wasn't.
He would say that it.
He would would you tell him to go about it in a completely different way, or would he recommend that he do exactly the same things you did?
He did.
Just recommend the same way.
Yeah.
I'll read it all off
Yeah.
again.
I get. Yeah.
Do the same things that he did.
Yeah, he wasn't. Yeah, he was pretty.
Okay, let's bring him on and find out. Glenn, would you recommend that he do exactly the same things you did, or would you tell him to go about it in a completely different way?
Before I answer that, living in California, when there's earthquakes, I can't imagine anybody wanting a mirror over their head. Can you imagine what would happen?
Yes, I can. I don't want to think
Okay,
about it.
I'll get to the question.
Now, what would you do? But
Same way.
The same way that you did? That's what the lady said. And you have a share of that pot as well, Glenn, on the big pot too, $300. Barbara, what's Dick going to say?
Gosh, this is a tough question because if you'd said if he goes about it his own way, then it would be simple to answer. But I would have to say that Dick would tell him to go about it a completely different way because Dick had a rather strange life.
Oh, really? Well, there's nobody watching now.
No,
You want
of
to tell
course
us about it?
Well, we don't have time.
Oh, I see. All right. You're going to say a completely different way.
I guess.
Okay, let's bring on Dick. Find out. Dick, what would you tell that teenager? What advice would you give? Do exactly as you did, or tell him to go in a completely different way?
Well, since my first marriage was a tragedy commensurate with the Hindenburg, I would say to go a whole different way.
That's what the lady said. You're right. Absolutely right, sir. Okay. Moving right along. Thank you, Dick. Vanetta, what's Max going to say?
I think Max would tell them to do as he says, not as he does. So a completely different way.
Go about it a completely different way?
Yeah, to don't follow his example.
All right, let's bring on Max and find out. Max, what would you do? What kind of advice would you give this teenager? Recommend that he do exactly the same things you did, or would you tell him to go a completely different way?
You said it in regard to sex, right?
Well, yeah, yes. I think
is that what you said?
I said a teenager asked you advice about how to deal with girls, so certainly that comes into it, yes.
Yeah, right. Okay, I would tell him to do exactly the way I did, and then we can make a movie out of it.
It's not in the question. He read that into the question. I read it for him. That's not what the lady said. No, see, that's not in the question. I said advice about how to deal with girls, and I read that.
Oh, well, then that's a different answer.
Well, you read
That's really a different answer. You fooled me, Bert.
I'm sorry about that. I read it to you. Barbara, Dick, and Cynthia and Glenn, they got the pot. They split it in half. There it is, folks. Hey, guess what? Time is up. Dick and Barbara win it for the banana section. We'll come back in just a moment. The big winners today, the banana section, and the Who Rightly So. Dick and Barbara go to $325. We had 1,000 for a total of $1,325. See you next time. Call us right now. Bye-bye.
This is Jack Clark speaking for Tattletales, a Mark Goodson, Bill Todman production.